As has been the case for a number of weeks now, when we report to you our weekly economic update here at Gallup, we have good news and then some not so good news. Let's look at the good news first. It's all bound up in consumer mood. At a minus 50 index value, that's the best we've had since way back in the beginning of 2008. That's being driven by increased optimism about the economy. Look at these specific numbers. Only 55% of Americans now say the U.S. economy is getting worse. 39% say it's getting better. That's still a net negative. You've noticed that. But we had a point last October when the difference between the getting worse and getting better was 79 points. Now that's shrunk to only a 16-point difference, still in the negative direction, but clearly America's getting a lot more optimistic about the economy than they have been. Now, the not-so-good news comes with our bottom line measures, and I keep telling you that's where we would like to see movement. Look first at the spending measure, up a few points from where it was last week, but still, we're nothing like we were last year, a year ago. $63 was the average spending last week per day, according to Americans, and a year ago, $114 per day on average. That would have been May 2008. We're just not seeing any significant movement yet on our measure of consumer spending. And our net hiring measure, that is employees telling us whether their companies are hiring or firing, just not any dramatic improvement there. A few more employees keep telling us that their companies are firing rather than hiring. That's at a minus 3. That's up a couple of points from where it was a week ago, but basically nowhere near the positive territory we had a year ago, back in 2008. When a considerably higher percent of employees said their companies were hiring rather than letting people go. The bottom line is the bottom line, as somebody wise has once said. We would like to see all of this relative consumer optimism translated into more spending and translated into signs that the job market is really improving, but so far, we just haven't seen it. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Editor-in-Chief of the Gallup Poll.